We're going live. This episode all about Cardano, Africa, and what we should expect in the future. Man, this ain't financial advice. Folks, coming to you live like I do every night. Check it out right here. Let's take a little physique down hisier, okay? So Charles anticipates massive influx of users as Cardano price eyes 10% breakout. If you all woke up this morning, you were pleasantly surprised, and I'm sure by this point in cryptocurrency land, you're unsatisfied by the evening. But nevertheless, back here, if we take a look down here, Cardano had a nice little pamp, about 6% today, 6 on the week, 527. I think it peaked up this morning at around, what do we say? 214.29. So, folks, once again, as per my rant this morning, the price is not the value, okay? The value is what it offers. The price is just a number for now. There is dog cartoon money in the top 10 with multi-billion dollars in return. In market capitalization. So Solana doing pretty good, doing big things, up 30% for the week. Ethereum 4,600 at all-time high. Bitcoin at 62,993. Woo! And I got a little surprise for you folks. We got camera 5 coming in you like 3D mode in the metaverse. Can you see this? You can see. You see? I'm right there on the screen. I'm on the screen. I'm on the screen. I'm on the screen. I'm up here. I'm over here. I'm everywhere. All right, so check it out. We got camera 5, we got camera 1, we got camera 2, we got camera 3, camera 4. Now if you want to take it to like the trippy dippy level, did camera 5 die? Okay, camera 5 died, okay? That's just all part of show business, okay? So let's go back here to the breakout. Now why is Charles anticipating a massive influx of users into Cardano? Well, the reason why he's anticipating this is because we have the Plutus application backend. We're going to see things like Meld. We're going to see things like Someday Swap, and we're going to see things like Ravendex come. Now, if you guys are like me, you saw a bunch of stuff on Ravendex this morning, and you were saying to yourself, "Oh, cool, Ravendex." And most of the articles read something like this: the first non-custodial decentralized exchange built on Cardano blockchain by Ravendex. And you're like, okay, cool. Now this is a little Q&A, and it's a Q&A with the core founders. Now Ravendex is a anonymous project, and I tried to do a little bit of due diligence here on Ravendex. So I tried to go to, what is Ravendex? First non-custodial exchange. Okay, think that's the same. But when we try to click and go into the Ravendex, well, here, let me go down to here and do this question while that attempts to load. So you look at Ravendex, okay, and we've talked about FUD. What is your attitude concerning FUD? We've always had a zero tolerance regarding FUD. FUDders have only one intention, that's to bring the project down, notwithstanding anything. Well, that's not my intention. I got on here to give you a fair and unbiased review. You had 2 articles come out today, and when you click down over to your website, Ravendex isn't found. Not a good sign, okay? I'm not trying to bring your project down. Like, literally just heard of it right now, or like a couple days ago. So first time I've ever looked into it is right now. So take a look right here and you say, okay, cool. Because of the anonymous team behind your project, there are several FUDs about the Rave token on social media. What is your reaction to all these FUDs? Ravendex core teams, if you've been in cryptocurrency space, you know that FUD is inevitable. For instance, and that is true, Bitcoin was called a scam when it first started, and many people refused to buy it. Well, I will tell you that everyone who's ever been scammed from an anonymous project also used that exact same argument. So I don't really give that a lot of credibility personally. Okay, moving forward. Today, its price is approaching $100,000. No, it's approaching $70,000. It's an exaggeration. And you still think that it's FUD? So when I hear about FUD about our project, I don't give it a thought to them because we are here to revolutionize the cryptocurrency space. You and everybody else, buddy. Is there any insight into where the project is heading? What insight are you referring to? Where it's heading? What do you mean? Sir, what's your insight on Nerdpool? What's your insight on Nerdpool? Huh? Okay. We have everything laid out on several platforms. For instance, in our Medium blog, you will see a technical updates and documentation pages of our roadmap. In addition, on our website, you can download the white paper, which contains everything you need to know about the project, and the sale stages. So Ravendex is growing exponentially so what did they say here? Despite being an anonymous, it has attracted several jealous critics and bitter people. Hey, cryptocurrency in all genres attracts that for some reason. I can't understand why. It's not like that in the stock market. Maybe it is if you're Microsoft and Apple, but not really, even though. Several jealous critics and bitter people who missed the bandwagon and are on the wrong side of the street. We wish them well because Ravendex has been growing exponentially despite these attacks, and their jealousy fuels our success. It sounds like a little bitter yourself. The jealousy fuels my success here at Ravendex. Your jealousy fuels me. Nice attempt with the FUD. This is not FUD, by the way. It's just this jealousy. Guys, more jealousy will fuel them, and they look forward to more of these FUDs. Mr. Core developer of Ravendex, this is not FUD. I just literally came across your project today because it was in the news, and I went to research it, and your website doesn't work. So that's not FUD. FUD is fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Well, if you want me to put my money into your project, this certainly gives me uncertainty and doubt, for that matter. Not fudding here. Your website's broken. Okay. So we will definitely be keeping an eye on Ravendex. With that being said, we need a working website to give them a proper review. Hopefully they will get things up and running. Also, I did see they had a 5,000 ADA giveaway. I don't know. Check it out if you want. So 3Air offers to solve the internet service provider problem in Africa. Now, this is a pretty cool article because this company, 3Air, is trying to reach the places in Africa that do not have internet service, okay? And those people, I would say, are largely part of the unbanked. And it seemed like they were coming up with a pretty cool project with 3Air. They had partnered with, was it K3 Last Mile right here? It's part of this, K3 Telecom, which already is a internet service provider, and they're launching their 3Air token. So things like this in the Cardano, and this isn't a comparison to Raven token, by the way. This is just a totally different article. Things like this that come into the Cardano space, I think, are positive. It seems like they have the right initiative. Folks, you have to remember, whether somebody has a malicious intention or they have great intentions, it doesn't guarantee the success of the project. You just have to hope that you're with somebody who has good intentions to start. Building an internet service provider in Africa, even if you're partnered with somebody, is still going to bring any normal, rational person some fear, uncertainty, and doubt if you're asking them to invest in something. For instance, a friend of mine was talking to me about somebody who came to him and asked for $500,000 for a video game investment 10 years ago. My friend turned it down. He had the money. And I said I would have turned it down too. Well, that actually turned into he would have made about $7 million with that investment. But you know what else could happen? You could lose your $500,000. Okay, so investing in things like ISPs and Ravendexes and video game startups, they're very high risk activities. They can reap incredible rewards at times. But with that being said, you have to be aware of what you're putting your money into. And he did know who the founders of the video game were, and he still does. So when things are like totally anonymous, me personally, I don't put my money typically into those projects unless they have a working product and a nice track record. That's usually what'll prompt me to say, okay, you know what? Don't have founders out here with their faces open, but like Bitcoin, they have a working product and it's kind of received a massive consensus on the yes button. Speaking of the yes button, folks, let's come take a look down here at the nerd node, kicking rear ends over here. 10,000 staked into the nerd node. Thank you very much for the delegation of the day. 83 staked into the nerd node. Thank you for that delegation, my friend. And if we come up, we're making blocks here. And I saw a nice little fat daddy block right here with 2 contracts in it. Look at that, 3.2 million in ADA went through the nerd node, and the fee was 9.9 ADA. You tell me that's not going to save you a little gas? I saw a girl on Twitter earlier. She said, I'm out of gas. I am Ethereum. I am out of gas. We're sitting at 703 delegations of 25.286 million ADA staked in the nerd node. Folks, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here. And if I don't see you, I'll see you on the internet. I'm out.
Stake with Nord